All right, what's going on, fellas? Got some new heat for you here out of the nickel over G. For those of you that are new to Patreon or maybe didn't follow me on YouTube since the beginning, the nickel over G really, I was one of the first YouTubers to find it. It's really the whole reason that Smart Madden hit me up. His exact words were, do you understand how good your nickel over G blitz is? He said it's going to become the meta, and I mean, props to him for having that foresight and seeing that actually did happen. They started running different plays out of here, but it really started the beginning of the nickel over G meta. And for those of you and the only reason I'm bringing this up, because for those of you that don't know, the nickel over G cover 3 sky was the play that all started that. And I just want to give you that setup because this next blitz I'm going to show you is the casino blitz, and you really want to mix it in, and then also cover 4 quarters out of here is really good to stop the run as well, and pass coverage. So you really want to mix those 3 plays together. So I want to make sure that you know that the original nickel over G cover 3 setup. You want to run it to the side where the if you flip it quick, you see one of the linemen is out further. You want that further out lineman on the right, and then also the purple zone on the left is going to be a little bit lower. So you want to run it like this. It's actually flipped. And I'll just do it against a random medium pass here first. And what I used to do is base a line, pinch your D-line, crash them down, spread your linebackers, and then blitz this square linebacker and QB contain. Well, we all know the QB contain is broken. Then I'd bring down the safety and just confuse your opponent. I would do something like this, bring them down like that. Also helps with the run to that side. And then you QB spy and hover right here. The only difference now is you just don't QB contain, and it still works pretty good. Doesn't get through as often as it did with the contain, but it still gets pretty quick pressure, and even if they get blocked, you get a pretty quick shed. So just want to make sure you guys are aware of that, because you do want to mix it in with this blitz as well, because that's like the zone version, and that's good coverage behind that as well, so you're not like selling out. But this next blitz I found completely by accident. I've been running a lot of draft champions because that's the new season right now. I'm like 14-3 right now running this blitz, and I'm getting instant pressure on some really high-level opponents. I'm not putting this on YouTube because it's that good. I don't want it to be spam. Not only that, I don't want to give other people an advantage. But you guys are loyal to me, so I definitely want to give it to y'all. I mean, there's only 100 of us, so don't show this to too many people because it will get spammed because it's that good, and I don't want it to become the meta. We're going to go random medium pass, and if you noticed, you want to run it flips so that the blitzing nickel corner is over here. Put your fastest corner back there. You're going to baseline press. You're going to shift the D-line to the left. Just shift them. You don't have to change their point of attack. You're also going to flip the linebackers. Now, for some reason in practice mode, he doesn't move over in game, and most of the time in practice mode, he does flip. So as soon as you spread them, they'll flip. And then what you want to do is you want to bring him over a little bit so that his loop isn't as long, because he's going to come all the way over here and blitz to the other side of that lineman, which is actually one of the reasons this works so good. So I'd bring him right about here, just to the right shoulder of the center most of the time. And then what's great about this is you don't have to use this blitzer. You put him, and what drew my attention to this blitz, guys, is the loopers like that. That looks like the 3-3-5 auto almost. So, and that's one of the reasons it works so good, because you got this guy screaming off the edge, and then you got this guy looping to the right. And then another great thing about it is you don't have to blitz all these guys. You could use him as a safety, and then you could bluff blitz this guy and drop into coverage with him and use him. Kind of run down and run into coverage. He got lucky there, but there was a free guy off the edge. Number 78 kind of blocked 2 people at once. So every once in a while they'll get lucky and get that, but for the most part you're going to get a screamer free rusher off the edge. So baseline press, shift your D-line to the right, spread your linebackers. There they go. Put him into a deep blue. Oops, you can move this guy over a few steps and then just bluff blitz this guy off the edge. Run into coverage, great coverage behind the blitz, and you can mix it up behind the blitz so many different ways. Baseline, press, shift D-line to the right, spread your linebackers, Put him in a safety, and then, I mean, you could do so many different things. You could put him in a mid-read instead. You could put him in a safety. Put him in a safety. Just so many options. Here you could cross-man this guy. Put him in a safety. I mean, just mix it up. Keep them guessing. Something like this is good, or even man that guy up like that, and maybe put this guy in a deep third over there. Now you got 2-man over there, and you'll have a user over the middle here. Come down and into coverage. You see it scream off the edge there. It's ridiculous how good it gets through. And then if he starts blocking an extra guy, and if he starts running the ball against this, I'll show you the second way to run this blitz. So let's say you notice he starts blocking his running back because you're getting such good heat. Let's just do like a bunch formation with a blocking running back. Let's do TE hook up there. And then, or if he's running the ball, what you can do is run this blitz stalk. So that way it was flipped. You can run it to this side. Let me show you this. Baseline, crash your D-line down and pinch them down. And then I like to bring the safety like here because it helps against the run. Get your outside leverage. And then just spy this guy and go right here. So you don't need as many guys in coverage because he's blocking or running. And I like to leave both the left linebacker and the right linebacker on their blitz. User the middle linebacker and hover right here with a spy. And that's going to get a screamer off the edge too. So that's, you're sending an extra guy, but if he's blocking an extra guy, it works out. Or this way works pretty good against the run as well. But this way is just baseline, pinch and crash your D-line down. And then that's really it. Just move the safeties around behind the blitz, get the leverage outside, and then you're just going to QB spy this guy and hover in the B gap, right in between the right guard and the right tackle. You are sending an extra blitzer this way, but if he's blocking an extra guy, it ends up lining up perfect, and it's a great way to mix this in with the other version of this blitz because the free guy off the edge is going to come off the right side. So this is a great way. You'll see here he gets free off the edge. Great man blitz to mix in. I'll have the setup in the description.